Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare Rama Hare
Rama Rama Rama
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can you please make me host?
Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Nikunj Raj Prabhuji, can you please make me host?
Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama.
I think a few times.
Hare Krishna Shyamarati Mataji.
So if you continue Rama, then That's a little suggestion. But it's really clear and proper. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Puja Mataji.
Yeah, Mataji, can you please tell Prabhuji to make me host so I can start the recording and everything?
Hare Krishna. Okay, so it's 6:13. Maybe we can. Okay. I would like to appreciate those devotees that
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, Prabhuji is in shower, so
Okay.
he will come after some time. But I will let him know. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Puja Mataji, are you there? Maybe she disconnected. Vanchakalpataruvescha कृपा सिन्धुवेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. नमाचार्य शिलादास ठाकुर की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. हरे कृष्णा. Please accept my humble obeisances. All great Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Shamarasika Devdasi from Germantown, Maryland. Please forgive me for stopping your ecstatic chanting. I welcome all the devotees on the early morning call today. May I know who's there in the call today?
सुरेंद्र
Hare Krishna, Surinder Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you so much for joining.
हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Nikunjara Sadas from Germantown, Maryland.
Hare Krishna, Nikunjaras Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you so much for joining.
Hare Krishna Mataji, sorry I lost my connection. This is Pooja from Sydney.
Hare Krishna, Puja Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Mataji, please take hold of the call. And I didn't read the spiritual code for Holy
Yeah,
Name.
sure.
Please read.
Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. I am Pooja from Sydney. Today's quote on chanting by Srila Prabhupada. Chanting the Hare Krishna mantra is linked to the rising of the sun in the heart, bringing about the profound awakening and illuminating our lives. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. May I know who have joined today? Those who have not mentioned their name, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Puja Mataji, Madana Pranam to you and all the devotees on the call. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Rupini Padma Devi Dasi from Orlando, Florida.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining.
Hare Krishna Mataji and all devotees. This is Geeta from Bethesda, Maryland. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining. Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Today we are so fortunate to have His Holiness Samit Rishi Maharaj from Indore. And today Prabhuji will enlighten us on Srimad Bhagvatam, Canto 7, Chapter 3, Verse 17 onward. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. When you are ready, please take over the call.
Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I thank all of you for joining us on this Bhagavatam verses. It gives me opportunity to oversee some of the verses from Bhagavatam that I wanted to speak. So we will do some prayers. Om Adyantimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah चैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितं हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नमो महावदनाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धु एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Tishatarine. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nastaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloker Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We'll be reading is announced Srimad Bhagavatam chapter 7 text number Canto 7 chapter 3 text number 17 onward. The topic is Hiranyakashipu plans to become immortal. A little bit background that Hiranyakashipu's desire what desires austerities and their effect. So he desires to be unconquerable, free from old age, death, and without rival. He is doing so much austerities at Mount Mandara. He is standing on toes, keeping arms upwards and looking towards the sky. So he is looking towards the sky. That, oh, here must be the Vishnu. So I will take his position. And standing on just toes, so he could reach more higher and higher. Because he was a very giant man, and he was keeping also arms upwards. So effect of the austerities that fire was emanating from his head, spread everywhere and heated up all planets. The globe, the people and the globe, they are just trembling. So demigods are approaching to Lord Brahma that please stop these disturbances that is happening, and Hiranyakashipu's plans to occupy the post of Brahma and reverse the established dharma in the world. So his demigods asked him to please take a suitable action for him. So Brahma is going to the Hiranyakashipu at this Mandara mountain, where he was worshipping. So he went to see the Hiranyakashipu. And what happened, like ants has made a hill on the body of Hiranyakashipu. His whole flesh, blood, vessels, muscles, everything was gone. He was just on the bone. He was only remaining. If anybody would see him, they will think that he is dead. Somehow he is standing, but he is dead. And that was the feeling. So ants devoured his practically everything: fat, flesh, blood. Uh, Even just to find out, because so many jungles had grown around him. To find him in that jungle was very difficult. Even. Nobody could just see him. So Lord Brahma, who is a perfect person, so he is telling that you have done so much austerity. Your perfection, and nobody has done unmatched austerities that you have done. So whatever you want, you can ask him. That is Brahmaji is telling. So we'll read this verse number 17. This is the Brahma Vachi. So उत्तिष्ठो अभद्रम ते तपसिद्धोसि काश्यप वरदो अहम अनुप्राप्तो व्रियताम ipsito varaha. Ipsito, whatever you desire. Uttist, you get up. Lord Brahma is saying that please get up and whatever you want, because you are doing some austerity, you must be needing something. Ask him. So translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So, Lord Brahma said, O son of Kashyap Muni. So, this is Kashyap Muni had many wives, but particularly this is the Diti's son. Diti is mother of all the demons, Daityas. Aditi. Can you hear me? Is everything is okay?
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay. So, Diti and Aditi had all the Adityas. Adityas are the demigods, were sons of. So, they were all demons and demigods. They are all brothers. So, he is saying that you get up, get all good fortune unto you. You are now perfect in performance of your austerities. Means nobody, so, your austerity has grown to the perfection level. Means no one can do more than what you are doing. And therefore, I may give you a benediction. You may now ask from me whatever you desire, and I shall try to fulfill your wish. So, purport, because he was doing to get some boon, so he could kill Vishnu, or he could take his position, and that's why he's looking up that let me get him. Raising his standing on the toes only for 1,000 celestial years, and so 1,000 times like 1 year is 360 days. Is one celestial. So one day is equal to like 6 months of demigods is our only 1 day. No, our 1 day, 6 months in the demigods time period. So Srila Madhvacharya quotes from the Iskanda Puran, which says that Hiranyakashipu, having become a devotee of Lord Brahma, who is known as Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha is another name of Brahmaji. Why? Hiranya means he was the Brahmaji's birth, as you all know, is from the navel of Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and from him navel comes, and then there is a lotus flower. On top of the lotus flower is the place of Brahmaji, and so he's called Hiranyagarbha. And having undergone a severe austerity to please him, is also known as Hiranyak. So his name has become Hiranyakashipu because Hiranyak, his name because he was worshipping and pleased the Brahmaji, who is called Hiranyagarbha. So Rakshasas and demons worship various demigods, such as Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. just to take the post of these demigods. Also, they want to usher, like Brakasur, you heard that he went to, he did severe austerity, even cutting off his neck, and then when Lord Shiva appeared, he says, "Give me a boon that whosever head I touch, they get burned," because he saw Mother Parvati so beautiful, so he thought, by killing Shiva, I can enjoy her. So these are the demonic mentality, even to the worshipper to whom they worship and get boons, they want to kill them. Same thing, this uh, Hiranyakashipu wanted to get the position of Brahma. I could become the topmost. He was living in the Swargaloka at that time, or higher planetary system. That was, so they have severe plans to just destroy the whole humanity. So anybody who is worshipping demigods, so kamas taster harta jnana prapadyante anya devta. They worship demigods because they have so many kamnas, so many desires, so much lustful, and so Lord gives them tam niyama asthaya, whatever they give him the boon, but ultimately the boons may be given, but they become their cause of destruction. People who are devotees, even a little bit. So this austerity by the demons is destructive to everybody. It damages like so much. There was heat was coming up from the top of his head. Whole universe was burning. Everybody was feeling heat, and that's how Lord Brahma came. And same austerity is done by other demons also, and sometimes by devotees also. But people worship demigods. Devtaon ko, one who worships demigods, that is for material desires, and they are the cause of destruction. So it is never auspicious. Too much austerity without Krishna in the center is useless. It is damaging to the society, and they themselves they die and they take so many people along with them. So one should not worship. I am not saying worship. You give respect to demigods, but not at the place of Krishna. Krishna is different. He is the source of all these demons and demigods and creation. But demigods are not the source of creation. They are not providing everything. Everything we get is from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why Bhaktya Mama Vijanati Yaman Yashyasmi Tattva. Only by devotional service you can know me. So he's asking that, can I give you? So Brahmaji, because he did so much austerity, is now bound to give him the boons. So the next verse is Adraksha Maham Etam Te Atsaram Mahadabhutam Daksha Bhakshita Dehasya Prana Yastitu Sherate. I have been very much astonished to see your endurance. She could tolerate all this, to spite of being eaten and bitten by all kinds of worms and ants. You are keeping your life air circulating within your bones. Certainly, this is wonderful. So, purport, it appears that soul can exist even through the bones, as shown by the personal example of Hiranyakashipu. When great yogis are in samadhi, even when their bodies are buried and their skin, marrow, blood, and so on have all been eaten, if only their bones remains, they can exist in transcendental positions. Very recently, an astrologist published finding indicating that Lord Christ, after being buried, was exhumed and that he went to Kashmir. There have been many actual examples of yogis being buried in trance and exhumed alive and in good condition several hours later. A yogi can keep himself alive in a transcendental state, even if buried not only for many days but for many years. So we'll talk about this thing, that even if they are buried, about Jesus Christ. Before he was crucified, he went to India and he lived there in different places, Bodh Gaya, and he went to Kashi and he studied under someone for quite some time. Then he returned back, and then he was, this is before crucifixion. And after crucifixion, he was resurrected. And then he went to Kashmir. He studied under some Kashmir Pandits, and ultimately, like his samadhi or his, he was accepted as a yogi or as a great saint, and then his samadhi mandir is there in Kashmir. Is still there. He learned, and then he preached what he learned, and then he was crucified. So all the knowledge, many people from uh, China and Tibet and Germany, and they come to study in India. Nowadays, the tradition is gone because there are not that many saintly people. So yogi, it has been given. There are many examples that how a Tom. I will tell you a little story about. There was Chevan Muni. Chevan Muni is the son of Bhraguji, and his mother's name was Puloma. When he was one time, this Bhraguji went to take a bath. Then Pulobha and Puloma, that demon came, and then he took away Bhragu's patni to his home. And there was a child in the womb of this Pulobha or Bhraguji's, and then by his yoga bal, the child inside the womb, then he just by he did not even speak, just by his influence, this demon, he died because he was very very bright and brilliant. So he was burned, and because he came out at that time when the demon saw when his mother was being kidnapped, so he came out, and because he's coming out is called Chevan. Chevan means who came out. Chut, he was in the womb and he came out. So that's why Chut means getting out of your own position. Achyuta, Krishna is called Achyuta means he never falls down from his position. He's always the supreme personality of Godhead. So this Chevan, he was always constantly chanting the holy name of the Lord at some ashram near Narmada river. So one time, his Manuputra Sharyati, he came along with a ladly daughter Sukanya, and then they were so she was along with his military force. He came to Narmada side, and so she was strolling around with her friends, and she saw two bright, brilliant light coming in a bomb, means in a ant hill. So she just out of joke, she was a very little girl, so she took some thorn and punched her that. Then a blood immediately came from that where the eyes of Chevan Muni was doing austerities there in that place. So that was brightly shining. So she was curiosity. She put this arm, and then what happened? So blood coming out, and uh, then because of that, he did not say anything. But because of that, all the military forces and king and queen and they could not pass his stool or urine or that is stopped that. So this Sharyati immediately asked that because he knew that there is Chavan Muni's ashram. So he told that anybody did any aparadh to Chavan Muni. And then very hesitantly, this Sukanya, the daughter of King Sharyati, she confessed that yes, I put some. She narrated the story that there were two brilliant, like some light was coming, and I thought, let me just see what it is. So I put some R in both but they were the eyes of Chevan Muni. So king, to please him, he said, now I'm blind. Who will take care of? So he gave his daughter Sukanya to Chevan Rishi. And later on, so she was serving, but by seeing all this greatness, and Ashwini Kumar are the sons of sun god. So Ashwini Kumar also came to the ashram. They were uh, not getting some Sombhag, although they are demigods, they are not getting. So this Chavan Rishi said that you give me a very young youth, brilliant age, and then I will give you like Soma Bhag. Soma means some kind of juice that is be given to only demigods. So he did that. So what happened? These two Ashwini Kumar, along with Chavandrishi, they went to a lake and they jumped together inside, and it was a medicinal lake, and they came out very, very young and bright, and they were all looking together. But somehow now the Sukanya could not recognize who is my husband and who are the others. But somehow she saw, because of her chastity, she could recognize her husband. The demigods became very, 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 very happy, because now they are getting the share of Somaras. And Chavandrishi became very young, very youthful. And so one day, after many years, his father came. His father was King Sharyati. Then he says, my daughter is with a young man. What did he give up? Chavandrishi, what happened? So he was very angry, but then his daughter told everything, what exactly happened, that this is your son-in-law. I have not left my Pativrata Dharma. And so they were, anyway, and so he embraced his daughter. They were very happy. And so Devraj Indra became very angry, because only Somaras was being drunk by only by the King Indra and his uh, his, uh, his who are in his assembly. So Indra became very, very, very angry, and he wanted to kill Sharyati. But so Chavan Rishi, he stopped this, and his hand, he could not raise up his arm to kill Sharyati. So that way, the Chavan Rishi and the Chavan Prashit, because he became young in the Ashwini Kumar's medicinal bath. So anyway, the name came from Chavan Pras, came from this incident, Chavan Rishi. So Bambi, like this, eaten, his whole body was covered. Same thing you might have heard about Valmiki Muni. Valmiki means ant. And Valmiki, he was initially like, he could not even speak Lord Ram, but he was meditating afterwards, Narad Muni's disciple, and he, rather than Mara, he was speaking Mara, that came out like Lord Ram's name. He was chanting purely, he was meditating, and then his whole body was covered with ant hill. And then that way, just like Hiranyakashipu. And so that is old age. But even in now, in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, you see there are other examples that how the body is being eaten, and the soul could remain in the bones. Sometimes they're in the bones are light in the birds also, and soul is there traveling. It's in birds, in bones of the birds, so they could fly easily. And so Vasudev Dutt, you might have heard the name Vasudeva, and so Vasudev was a leper. It's in Kurmashetra. I think Kurmashetra is in Andhra Pradesh. So Kurmashetra, first Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to a Brahmin in Kurmashetra. His name is also Kurma Brahman, from Kurmashetra. Kurma is the name of the town also. So he was there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu invited him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he slept at his home also. His wife cooked a very nice, delicious bhoga for the Lord, and he ate. And then the message went to this Vasudev Datta. And so in the morning, he came running, and then saw that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is gone. He became unconscious. He was crying and praying to the Lord, a very advanced devotee. Then Lord went quite a bit far away, and then he returned back. He returned back, and then his consciousness, he became conscious. The Vasudev Datta, he prayed to the Lord, and he had so much pus coming out from his body, filled with, because of the leprosy, has eaten by worms. And worms, if any time any worm fell down, he will pick up that worm and put on the place that somebody will walk on you or by the heat you will die. So how kind he was to all the even the worms there. So he was going away and Lord somehow caught hold of him. He embraced him and immediately his all the leper and like all the this did. So leper this worms ate all his skin and blood and so much smell was coming and just like not like austerity like Hiranyakashipu, but this is the austerity for Krishna that he was doing. He was doing austerity for himself to aggrandize, for self-aggrandizement, to take the position of Brahma and Lord Krishna, Narayan. So demons, they always want to satisfy their senses, but the devotees want to satisfy senses of Krishna. So he said that I will go with you, my Lord, what I will do here. This Kurma Brahman also said the same thing, and the Vasudev Dutt also said the same thing. And Lord says that Sthane Sthitigat. So you stay in your place, spread Krishna consciousness, chant the holy name. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, wherever he went, he gave the similar instruction to everybody. Hamara agya hai Guru Tare Desh. That you just chanting, Sankirtan, that was his advice. And so he spread himself Sankirtan movement, and even the animals, they were dancing, embracing people who are enemies, like lion and deer. They are enemies, but they were dancing together in this way. So, like a snake and even a frog. Snakes, the frog is the food for the snake, but somehow they were dancing together for the Supreme Lord. And so there are some many other stories you might have heard about how people could become alive or live for many thousands of years and could come back. We talked about Jesus Christ, and there is Valmiki Muni, Chaman Rishi, and Saubhari Muni. How much austerities he could do. Saubhari Muni was staying underneath the water for so many years, hundreds of years that he was underneath meditating. But somehow, when one time he opened eyes and he saw fish is copulating. So he became agitated by just seeing this copulation underneath the water. He was doing austerity for so many times, so many years that he was doing austerity. He came out and went to King Mandhata and asked that, give me one of the daughters. So he said that I will ask my daughters, and the daughters they refused that we cannot marry to such an old man, wrinkly and so old man. So he somehow he did tapasya, and I think from Ashwini Kumara, some of the rishis. So he became very, very young youth, very beautiful. And all the 50 daughters they said of King Mandata, we will marry him. But after that, he said that this is all this kind of enjoyment is worse, is bad for you. It just you forget Krishna. Same thing like if about King Yayati, he took the youth of his son, the youngest son, Puru. So Lord Ramchandra or Lord Krishna comes, Lord Ramchandra comes from Puru dynasty. And Yayati, his dynasty, is his eldest son. And then later on, Yadu. Yadu is his eldest son. He refused to take take the old age of his father. And so that's why he cursed him that in your generation nobody can take the kingship. Lord Krishna, coming from Yadu dynasty, Yadavas, so he was never sitting on any throne. Although he is a supreme lord, is more than, but he put Maharaj Ugrasen on the throne in Mathura and later on in Dwarka also. So Saubhari Muni did austerity. So what is this austerity? Austerity should be done for Krishna consciousness. Like austerity in ISKCON, you wake up early, chant 16 rounds, follow all the like rules, regulation, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established and Prabhupada established. So not just take a early morning bath, go to Mangal Arati, fast on Ekadashi and other days, Narsimha Jayanti and Ram Navami and Sita Navami and many days that you have to fast. So those, but also not to mind should not divert to so many places. That is the most important part. That while you are chanting, mind should be focused on the holy name of the Lord, not on any another person's chant. So that is the instruction that has been given. So a yogi also does it. He can remain alive. But yogi, if it is not for Krishna, then all this austerity are useless. People may get anima, mahima, lagima, garima, yogic siddhis, but if it is just to enjoy or become very popular and wasting so many years to get these siddhis, what is the use? You pay some little money to cross over the river, or you need only few rupees rather than wasting your 40, 50 years to get the so that you could walk on the water. So in this way, we see so many people who are resurrected and came back. If you have heard about Narottam Das Thakur and Shyamananda Pandit, they were like almost, so their body would lie down and they will go on their spiritual body to the spiritual sky and serve Srimati Radharani and Krishna. That's when one day Radharani wanted to invite Shyamananda Pandit. So she left her champak, her ankle bells in Vrindavan, the forest, in Nidhivan, and then Shyamananda was serving there. So he gives pleasure to the Shyama. Shyama is Radharani. That's why his name is Shyamananda. Shyamananda. He gives pleasure. In this way, there are people could go in their transcendental body to the spiritual kingdom, live there for whatever time period they want, and come back again and they become alive. Narottam Das Thakur. So he also he died, but then so many people were blaspheming. And see, look how your guru is done. He was done this. So many. So his disciples cried out, please come back. So Narottam Das Thakur came back, and then people were astonished that he was dead. Now he came back. In our town, Bondru Baba, this one man took a samadhi alive. They put everything together, and so people could hear the chanting here from outside because they cover it up with the cement and concrete, and they cover and they remain inside. So in this way, people could live for a longer period of time and still be alive. Not that they will be dead. Their soul, the soul is sarvagata. Soul could live even the jiva. There are jivas in the sun planet where temperature is so high that anything can get melted. But there are still, they call it fire ants or fire bacteria. So the soul can live in any condition. So here Hiranyakashipu's bones had the soul, and soul was there, but his purpose was nefarious, to deny God or to usurp his position. But a devotee's position is that he is not attached to any of these things. There was another story about Sakubai. Sakubai was in recent Kali Yuga, and so she was married to a non-devotee family, and she was very much attached to and Pandharpur to Rukma Bai and Vitova Pandrina. So, so she wanted to go so much to Pandharpur, but her in-laws were very cruel husband, and they will do her all kinds of like preparing the atta, gatti chalana, chakki chalana, so much food, bringing gobar khanda, taking care of the cows and milking and all, and then taking care of the mother-in-law, uh, massaging their body, mother-in-law and father-in-law. So, and then still they will rebuke her with harsh words. all the time. And Shakti was just crying what she could do. But one day, this so many chanting party just went, Varakaris. They were going to Pandharpur singing, and then her desire was to go there. So she left along with them. So in place of her that she may not get chastised when she comes back, Lord Krishna came and doing all that work, massaging father-in-law and bringing water and cooking and cleaning the whole house and milking and churning the yogurt. So many you cannot imagine. So she went there, she saw this Lord, she became so much, not only she was in trance that she died there. And there was some another man from where this Sukubai was staying, and he saw that her body was burned to ashes. And he brought some ashes along with some bones only remained. So he brought that home. And here Krishna is doing all the service of the Sukubai, waiting for Sukubai to come. But then he declared, this man, that I saw from my own eyes that Sukubai died and they did her final cremation. So then her in-law became very, how is possible? So now Krishna is, she is here. That was Krishna is acting as Sukubai. So somehow Sukubai, seeing that Krishna is there all the time serving, so she again came back through that bones. She came, and her whole body was recovered, like body of Vasudeva Datta was leper and his body was eaten. Or Brahma, see Brahma could cure immediately, like he sprinkled his Kamandala water on Hiranyakashipu, and he became normally like very brilliant and beautiful. And so many things that beyond our, we cannot imagine what Krishna can do. We have no idea that, and so we have to accept according to the Shastra. That is Shabda Brahma. Shabda Brahma, there is Anuman, Pratyaksha, directly you see, but there is no mistake. Anuman means if there is a smoke, means there must be some fire. But there may not be any fire. And still there can be smoke. So that is हरे कृष्णा लोचन दास प्रभु हरि बोल हाँ हरे प्रभु जी मैं अभी थोड़ा क्लास दे रहा हूँ आई विल कॉल यू लेटर ऑन ओके हाँ या अबाउट लाइक 6:15 or something like that okay okay Hare Krishna Hare Krishna so this way then she came alive and Krishna left but she was had so much repentance that for me Krishna is such a menial service. So Krishna does many menial services for his pure devotees. So pure devotee means our mind should always have Krishna, not asking boons from demigods. In Bhagavad Gita, many places it says that one should not be asking for any boons or anything that is material. Boons are for material enjoyment of the body. Boon should be like Prahlad Maharaj. He says that I do not want any. Please make my mind that nothing comes in my mind to ask for something. Only when Lord was asking more and more, that please ask something. So he said that my father-in-law, my father, gave me so much trouble and he was doubting me. And then please relieve him from all the suffering. So he said that not only him would be liberated, but 21 generations would be liberated. You could just see the mercy, or even being a devotee in a family is so important, so much important. And that's how Prahlad Maharaj's 21 generations were liberated. Virochan and then Bali Maharaj, he also became a very strong devotee. Prahlad Maharaj's son was Virochan, then Bali Maharaj, and then Krishna is still staying in his place in lower planetary system. So you can imagine that Krishna is so kind, so merciful, and people could live for a long time. There used to be, like you heard about Roma's relation. Lomus Rishi had many hairs all over, thick hairs all over. And then his disciples asked that when one hair would fall, there would be one day of Brahma, one whole life of Brahma. And there were millions of hairs on his body. He will live for so many Brahmas life. But his disciples asked, Guruji, can you make a little cottage for me? He says, no, I have to die one day. So you could just see the description of it, how people used to serve and do not used to care and austere life. But austerity should be for Krishna. Not austerity should be like Hiranyakashipu. He did so much austerity and then asking the boon that I may become immortal. Krishna fulfilled all the conditions that he set apart and then ultimately killed him. We'll read a little bit about him. We talked about and Saryati and Chavan Rishi, how Sukanya sold her husband. So if you go through scriptures, there are many stories about the people, they could come back and how austerity should be performed. At devotee, austerity is not the main thing. Like say, old man, disease, you cannot perform Ekadashi. But at least you could eat some milk products, some fruits, nuts, etc. Krishna is happy. So austerity, anything that you do, yad karoshi, yadashtashi, yadi hosi, dadasya, yad tapasvasi kaunteya, tad purusho madarpana. Krishna is saying that yad karoshi, whatever you want to do, you do it for me, not for you. Yadashtashi, whatever you eat, cook for me, offer to me. Yajyohosi, whatever you give away, you do it like give it to me. Spreading Krishna consciousness. Yajyohosi, dadasya, whatever you do austerities should be done for Krishna, to please Krishna. And so Krishna just says, whatever austerity you do, tapasya and austerity. So people do like Hiranyakashipu doing tapasya, but Ravan did so much tapasya. Asked the boon from Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma. So they were asking just the boon for their aggrandizement, for ruling over, to killing the devotees. So these are the activity of the demons. So there are many demons all over the world who are opposing to Krishna consciousness movement. Or Krishna consciousness movement, you become conscious of Krishna. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught, we are following that. And so if we are not duplicitous, if we are simple, if we follow the rules, regulation, chanting properly, Sankirtan, like Prahlad Maharaj was preaching to his two children. And that's what he is narrating about, how he became a devotee. He is narrating this. So that is what is needed, rather than just do the austerity to gain more and more wealth, or more and more sense enjoyment. And for some time, like this, King's harem, like Akbar and all the Barsha, so many, they will catch hold anybody that their mind goes, they will keep them and they can never go out at any time during their lifetime. So these are in their harem, so many ladies, their workers, so they had their wives, but still at the same time, they will have so many. But that is, they have done something. It's not that they are getting some sense enjoyment or anything, but whatever their karma that brings this, but then their life will be doomed. They will go to a hellish planet for a long time. In 16th chapter, these are all described with how people who do austerities, then how they fall down, what happens to them. So I would not go in detail about those parts, but our main this character about this Prahlad Maharaj and Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu, as you all know, just maybe repeating, his wife was Kayama, and he had 4 sons, 4 wonderful sons. They were very qualified. But Prahlad was the best out of them. Hiranyakashipu, what he wanted, Hiranya means a gold. Kashipu means soft bed. Simply immersed in gold and sincerity. The word Hiranya, that is gold, and Kashipu refers to the soft cushions and beddings on which people enjoy sense gratification, particularly sex life. So they had, these are the, so they did, like he wanted to become a demon because he could be out in his post as Jain Vijay only in 3 lifetimes, not 7 as devotee. So Jay and Vijay, they were Jay and Vijay. So who did this tapasya? There were asked the boons that please give us boons that I may have a child like you. So Sutapa and her husband, so like this, they had these 3 generations. Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, second is Ravan and Kumbhakarna, and third is Shishupal and Dantava. So he became inimical to Vishnu. So we should be worshipping, and he had a demonic plans, but he had a demonic intelligence. He was a great politician, so he knew how to act according to the time and situation. He had Vedic knowledge, like Ravan had so much of the Vedic knowledge and understanding. He gave sound advice to his family members on his brother's death to pacify them, but he did not. He used to follow himself. His Asuric determination that he had. He was standing on his toes for 1,000 of the years of the demigods. Severe austerity. His body was covered by the ant and by grass, bamboo, sticks, and then the ants had devoured his everything other than the bones. So Brahma was stuck with wonder. The austerity, you must severe austerity, but you cannot perform your devotional life. It's prohibited, it's not necessary. Austerity is always to please Krishna. He had so much demonic power, he was always dissatisfied. And when he had his own son, he wanted to kill him. What kind of relationship that he had? So he wanted Prahlad Maharaj to be trained as a diplomatic king in ruling the kingdom. Hiranyakashipu want to keep Prahlad in mundane attachments. But attachments we have to give. Our attachment should be with Krishna only. Affectionate attitude towards son changed. Initially he was sitting on his lap and kissing him, and but that changed very soon when he said that I learned this in the womb of my mother, and Narad Muni is my guru. You have all this strength from the same Supreme Lord that I am getting. Ultimately he wanted to kill him, but he could not be killed by these demonic forces. Then he said, where your power is coming? My power is from the same person by which you are coming. Where is he? Does he live? He lives everywhere. Is he in this hole? And he said, yes, he is in the hole. So he wanted to kill his own son by his own hands. But he said, you will see. Where is your God? Is he coming to save you? So he put his mass on the big pillar. And with this pillar, there is 9 Ahobilam. Ahobilam is 9 temples of Lord Narasimha. There is a mountain, and in the mountain there is still the whole Kamba, and which Hiranyakashipu is smashed and cracked up. It is still there. One can go and see. So what I'm just saying, austerity means any austerity to do is Krishna, and you should not have austerity to get out of the sense enjoying propensity. Mind, control your mind, that is also austerity. Food, but unless you may have to remain hungry if you are traveling long distances, you may not get proper prasadam. So do austere until you get it, or eat some roots and fruits or milk in the way, or if you are traveling. So there are rules and regulations, but they should all be for pleasing Krishna, not to please your own senses. So attachment should be for Krishna. So anyway, I will end now. And if there is any comments or questions, we can discuss. We discuss various things that demons, they do austerity, very severe kind for their own. And devotees, they do austerities to please Krishna. If Krishna is pleased, automatically we will be pleased. If his stomach is full, then automatically we will get strength, our hunger will be subsided, and naturally we will be more able to do our activities to serve Krishna. So everything should be for service to Krishna, not for our senses will be enlivened by serving Krishna. So please unmute. If there is any questions or comments, we can discuss. I hope that the sound was okay and you could hear. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. The sound was good, little bit, it was low sometimes, but
So-
we could hear the class.
Just a minute, okay? So I could be close. Hare Krishna. Okay. Yes.
So Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much for this
Hello?
wonderful class. Can you hear me, Maharaj?
Hare Krishna.
Can you hear me, Maharaj?
Yeah, if you have any comments,
Yes, thank
yeah,
you.
I can hear you.
Thank you for wonderful class.
I can hear you.
I don't have any question, but yes, it was a wonderful class. I open the forum for the devotees. If you have any question, please go ahead and ask.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, my Dandavat Pranam to you. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna.
Thank you so much for the wonderful class in your association, Maharaj. We are blessed. And, you know, I'm just quite mesmerized to read all these verses because it's falling in my ear for the first time. I have not gone through Bhagvatam.
I did only 4 verses, 17 and
I mean,
18.
no, like, you know, I mean, it is so hard to see how people are doing, you know, like they become an anthill. It's so hard to imagine this, that, you know, like I mean, on one side, the demoniac people have, they're doing all this for their sense gratification. And then on the other side, they are like, there's so much of imbalance that they can go through so much, and you know, and they are stuck with the demigod worship and thinking, let me take the boon in this life. So it's all materially based, right, Maharaj?
Right.
Yeah. And like
So,
few verses we read earlier, Maharaj, in which you know, it said that everything was eaten up, only bones were left.
right.
So then when the bones were left, then how come when, you know, Brahmaji put water on the anthill, then his body came out? Was there some special this thing with Brahmaji did, that, you know, how can all of a sudden you know, a body of bones suddenly become like a normal body when, you know, the water is thrown on the anthill?
Yeah.
Can you explain a little bit, Maharaj, on this?
Because that is the water from the Ganges, that is from the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. And these great people could do anything. We should not put our mind or put our limitations on the Supreme Lord and his pure devotees. So Brahmaji, and immediately he just became all right. He became very brilliant, very bright, and youthful. So these are the results. Just like Chavan Muni was treated by Ashwini Kumar and became a very, very young man, young like a prince. Very beautiful. Vasudev Datta, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his bones and everything was eaten by the worms. But he came out very nicely. I mean, it became very beautiful. And he said that now I would be proud. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, you would not be proud. Don't come with me. You stay in your place and just preach. So the ways that the spiritual world works is completely different from us. So we should accept as it is the words which are there in the scriptures. Okay?
Yes,
I had to
Maharaj.
put
And
in my
also,
ear.
like, when we are seeing all these, demons are worshipping devtas, so even nowadays we see so many of our family members and others, who are just doing this worship only. They are not worshipping, thinking that there is no. They are thinking that Lord Shiva is Krishna only. He is supreme.
Hmm.
And they're worshipping like that. And so obviously, I mean, like, we know that, he's a Param Vaishnava. We pray to Lord Shiva, so bhakti, chanting can be good, but they're not praying like that. They're praying, for to Lord Shiva. Like, I mean, people even pray for the good, like a good match, like in marriage, yeah, right? So for that, and then, so usi mein wo log phase hue hain. To there is no difference between, Hiranyakashipu and these people. Then how do we understand that?
Yeah, in one way, they may not be
Yeah.
as dangerous, but they are bound up into the material world. They are not relieved. The purpose of human life is to serve Krishna in the spiritual kingdom. So they will be remaining in the material world. But gradually, they get purified. So worshipping demigod, they get the results from Krishna only. But because they are not worshipping Krishna directly, they fall down or they remain in the material world. Demigod worship is not Krishna's worship. So our attachment should be with Krishna, not with demigods or our family members or anyone else. Hello?
Yes, Maharaj.
Hello?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Thank you so much for answering the question. And we can hear you. And like, taking out time from there, to serve us here. And, we go to India and we don't join the call. And, you're like inspiration for, at least for me, that when next time I go to India, I will join, try to join every day, because we get so busy with other things going on there, and we take this call as a part of the morning schedule only, like chanting and then hearing Bhagvatam, just like Srila Prabhupada wanted. But you're so kindly taking out time, always ready to serve. So thank you so much. It's very inspiring for me, Maharaj.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Nice.
whenever I go to India, I will also join next time and not miss the class. Although it is not morning, but still, we can always engage in the study of Srimad Bhagavatam. So you are like an example for us, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
I'm not an example. I myself is learning anyway to be absorbed in.
Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Krishna thinks at the end of life we can go back home, back to Godhead. So if anyone has any other questions, comments. Hello? It seems there is no more questions, so we should end here. Okay? Can we end now?
Yes, Maharaj. I don't know how many verses you covered, Maharaj. I don't know if Mataji noted.
Two.
Oh, two verses.
17 and 18. Right,
Okay,
17.
Maharaj.
I wanted to go more.
Yeah. Yes. That way, Maharaj,
Okay.
we can also after the class read a little bit more, since we heard you. 17 and 18. Okay. Okay, Maharaj.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
We pay our
Thank you,
obeisance.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Ananda
Krishna.
Koti Vaishnavinda ki jai.
नमाचार्य
Srila
शिवदास
Prabhupada
की
ki
जय,
jai.
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, प्लीज योगिनेश शमी ऋषि महाराज की जय. Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. And Maharaj is so busy there. Yesterday he told me they made a Narasimha Yajna last couple days ago, and there was 5,000 people coming. They came, they participated there, and Maharaj was telling that there were very less manpower is there, but he's doing so much services. But still he gave us time. So thank you so much, Maharaj. Hare
Okay,
Krishna.
thank you. Okay, Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you.
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा
वाञ्छा
सिन्धुभ्येव च
कृपा
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
की जय।
शिल प्रभुपाद की जय।
हरे कृष्णा, दंडवत प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्णा।
Yes, yes.